The girl tore off a diaper her baby had used and threw it into the sea without hesitation. To her surprise, the strong smell attracted a swarm of fish. In that instant, she glimpsed a glimmer of hope for survival. She crafted a makeshift spear from a screwdriver, but despite countless attempts, she couldn't catch a single fish. Prolonged hunger and exhaustion drained all her strength, and she eventually collapsed on top of the shipping container. Just when she was about to give up, a plane suddenly flew overhead, and hope rekindled in her heart. She immediately rushed back into the container, retrieved a piece of broken glass from the television, climbed to the top of the container, and used the glass's reflection to try to signal the plane. But the plane flew away anyway. Then her eyes landed on a pile of earphone cables. An idea suddenly flashed through her mind. She wove a simple fishing net using the earphone wires. The next morning, she placed the net in the sea and put the baby's diaper as bait inside. Soon, the strong smell attracted the fish again. She seized the moment, pulled up the net, and successfully caught some fish. After days of starvation, she finally had something to eat. In the following days, she relied on this fishing method to temporarily solve her food problem. But the water level inside the container kept rising. It wouldn't be long before it dragged them down to the sea bottom. To get rescued sooner, she wrote an SOS distress signal on paper, placed it in a plastic container, and threw it into the sea, hoping someone would find it one day. But 10 days passed, and the sea remained silent with no response. Worse still, due to prolonged water exposure, the water level in the container had risen to a critical point. Even the sleeping area where they sheltered was completely submerged. She had no choice but to climb to the top of the container with her child. But even so, this was far from a permanent solution, as the entire container was slowly and inevitably sinking to the bottom. While she was thinking about how to survive, a seagull suddenly landed on the container. She was immediately startled because it meant they weren't far from land. But when night fell, a violent storm struck. A giant wave instantly engulfed the container. The mother struggled with all her might and broke the surface, but unfortunately became separated from her daughter. She kept shouting her daughter's name, hoping for some sound that would help her find her. Suddenly, a giant whale slowly swam toward her. Startled, the mother quickly tried to get away, but the whale meant no harm. Instead, it swam directly toward the small boat carrying the baby and gently sprayed a jet of water at it. The cold water made the child cry out loudly, and the mother instantly caught the sound of her daughter's voice. She quickly swam toward it as fast as she could. She found her daughter soon after. After drifting in the cold seawater for an entire night, the girl gradually lost consciousness. She gently touched her daughter's little hand as a final goodbye. Then she used all her remaining strength to throw the leftover fish meat into the sea, hoping to attract seagulls searching for food. Sure enough, within minutes, dozens of seagulls were circling above her. Not long after, a fisherman passing by noticed the seagulls gathered together. They immediately changed course and headed toward the small boat. They managed to pull the boat out of the water, and when they discovered there was a baby inside, they looked around in confusion. Just then, they noticed the boat was tied to a rope, so they pulled the rope with all their might and successfully brought the mother aboard. The fishermen immediately did everything they could to perform emergency rescue on her, but because the mother had been in the water for too long, no matter how hard they tried, she remained unresponsive. Just when they were at a loss, the baby let out a weak cry. It was this tender cry that miraculously brought the mother back to consciousness. She leaned against the railing and looked at her sleeping child, then gazed out at the vast ocean. She could no longer hold back her tears of joy. Now, even nature itself bows to the great power of this mother.